Okay guys, welcome back. I thought I'd do another one. Quick bit of branding for you. My Military History Network t-shirt. If you're not on Military History Network, jump on there. It's like Facebook but without all the political bullshit. You can post, Imperial German, you can post Third Reich, you can post communist stuff, Confederate Civil War. It's not going to get pulled down. Your groups are not going to get closed. You're not going to get blocked, banned, booted. It is for everything military. It's all free. There's no adverts. You can post stuff for sale. You can make groups for reenactment. You can, if as long as it's military related, you can play to your heart's content. So, next video we'll have a look at 101st Airborne Paratrooper World War II loadout Spartan 117 GW. Now, that is a great title, except the last word just fills me with dread, really. It sounds like some sort of gamer tag, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. I've not seen this. I don't know what this is. I load these up, and the first thing we see is what, as far as I've seen, and it is what you've seen. So let's hit play and see what we get. Hopefully, it's a nice positive one. We've not been doing too well at the moment. Fingers crossed. Okay. Still looks like a gamer tag. 104th Airborne? Airborne? Oh, of course a Jeep. Of course a Jeep with not 101st markings.
Hey guys, I'm Spartan 117GW, and today we're going back in time to World War II. So this is the standard paratrooper loadout for the 101st Airborne, specifically.
It's not the best patch, but that's, I'm a bit of a patch Nazi, but that's acceptable.
Focused on the M1 carbine. Roz, can you tell us about your setup?
Grab the helmet.
Up a little bit.
Start off with the gear. I got 1936 suspenders. The
Yep.
paratrooper specifically had a very specific setup because they needed lighter weight stuff, but also being able to carry.
Okay, he looks good. I'm not talking about his facial features. I just want to click back just the tiniest little bit, just to skip to the next frame. The goggles are a fantastic addition to an appearance. They are really, really nice. They're not those awful late war plastic black goggles which stand 4 feet out in front of you. Those are correct. All the M1 eye shields also look good, which the 502 were told to wear around their necks. I think is it over their shirt or under their shirt? I can't remember. It's one of the two. I didn't think he had a shirt on at first. He's got a shirt. He's got shoulder pads. The A-frames, that's not tied around the back of his helmet. He looks really good. Okay, this could be good.
Being able to carry more gear and.
Okay. Oh. Okay. That is all I want to say. An 82nd unit. But you know what? I'm actually going to lean forwards and grab a book because I can't remember, and it's going to annoy me if I don't look it up. I've only got a flick to the back. It's not like I've got to read a whole book for you. When you use these books as often as I do, you get used to looking things at, of course, and it's not in the back. Oh well, we'll have to ignore that then, because I'm not going to flick through an entire book to find it. Fine, we'll ignore that. So we'll ignore him. We'll ignore the guy on the right, this guy. Well, I mean, we still got M1 ammo pouches. Where's the rigger pouches, guys? But then that could be one. Yes, okay. There's not too much I can say about that because I can't really see what they're supposed to be.
Adapt easily to different conditions that they were in. So the 1936 suspenders.
But actually, let's carry on with this guy. I was gonna
have D-rings where they could attach them and use that bag, which would hold all of their food, extra clothing, ammo, toiletries.
All their extra field equipment.
Extra field equipment, yes.
Hawkins. Ooh, okay. I was just writing about Hawkins mines in a book today. So that's probably a what price glory Hawkins mines. It looks like it's been repainted and touched up. But the biggest problem with the what price glory Hawkins mines, they're all Mark II, which you can tell by the stripe, the bend, which goes down the centre back plate. It should go horizontally, that goes vertically. If it goes horizontally, it's a Mark I. If it goes vertically, it's a Mark II or a Mark III. That would be a Mark II. And they weren't used until either very, very, very late in the war or not at all. So they have to be sort of adapted. You can buy the back plates. There's a few different people that make them. You can get them on eBay and places like that. And they're just 4 little bars. You prise them open, push the new one on, prise them back in. And you can fill the Mark II. It says MK2 in Roman numerals. And if you fill one of those eyes, as in the letter I, you can turn it into a Mark 1. And these aren't cot straps. They are, I don't know what they are. But minor things. If that's something, you get it first, you can adapt it later. But yeah, the cot straps are
And
right.
attached to that, I have my 1936 pistol belt, which would carry all of my ammo using...
Okay, he's got an interesting combination of rigger pouches and M1 carbine. Oh, you got me at it now. M1 ammo pouches. Yeah, some of them were worn. They're not the ones with the grommets on the bottom, which are later in 1944. I would rather see one less M1 ammo pouch and one extra rigger pouch. But, that's just picking holes, really.
Either carbine pouches or rigger pouches. Rigger pouches are a little bit more interesting because they were specifically designed for airborne units, and they could hold either 4 8-round end-block clips for the M1 Garand or 5 M1 carbine magazines.
Yeah, they can hold 5 M1 carbine mags, but what we've seen is they tend to take 2 M1 carbine mags and a whole cardboard box of ammunition for the M1 carbine in between. Also, he, I think, was a T5, so he should have a Garand, no matter what job he is. If he's in an infantry rifle company,
paratroopers, and of course we had our standard
he'd have a
gear,
Garand.
Similar gear, which would be our canteen and our shovels, and of course our first aid kits that would go on our back. And
I was just saying that in the other video.
Our first aid kits.
Pause. The first aid pouch tied above the collar. Again, a fantastic attention to detail. Yeah, loads and loads and loads of them. If you look at the pictures, when you can see the backs of people, which is actually quite hard to find, that's where they are. Good, nice.
It would go on our back, and yeah, that's it for the field gear, on me at least.
Well, tell us about the actual uniform itself. What's different than the standard infantry setup?
Different from the standard infantry setup is that we actually, paratroopers, at least in the early war, had our own uniform specifically modified for paratroopers, similar to what you're wearing. Mine is configured specifically for the D-Day invasion, or Overlord, and Operation Overlord, I should say. And it had reinforcements along the pockets and on the knee pads and elbow pads. So, because early on in the war they found out that knee and elbow areas would be torn very easily, and things inside of the pockets would blow out, so they needed more reinforcement and things like that.
Good. Okay, so you understand why the reinforcement was done. Good.
Are there any specific modifications for the 101st?
101st Airborne was very well known for their uniform modifications, such as on my back I added rigger modified pockets so I could carry more things such as ammo, socks, gloves, if that was needed.
Tell us about the weapons platform.
The weapons platform is the M1A1 carbine. This model was specific to paratroopers, and they needed something that would bridge the gap between a full-length rifle cartridge and a pistol cartridge, so they came up with a .30 carbine. Effective out to about 300 yards. This specific model, since it's the M1A1 carbine and paratrooper model, it has a folding stock.
Okay, so yeah, one, he shouldn't have a carbine. The sight's incorrect. The safety is probably going to be a button safety on this. I'm not 100% sure of that. But yeah, the sight's
carbine and paratrooper model, it has a folding stock, which allowed it to be easily stored away inside of a carrying case that paratroopers would carry along the side of their uniform when they initially jumped. So instead of taking several seconds to unpack a Garand from a Griswold bag, they would only have to spend half the amount of time pulling this out, and it would be fully loaded and assembled, and you'd be ready to go within just a few seconds. This is actually a King Arms Airsoft M1A1 carbine.
I wondered if it was an airsoft one. The way the magazine was tapered at the top to fit in, so that when you put it into the breech of the gun, that slots in to contain the gas. Yeah. King Arms is a good manufacturer of airsoft guns.
It has the folding paratrooper stock specific to paratroopers during World War II and some
Certainly
Marines.
messed up the sight though.
And yeah, this is a gas blowback operating. So pretty neat, and it's good for airsofting.
And Milsim.
And Milsim,
Cool.
yes.
Okay. Well, thanks for telling us about your 101st Airborne Carbine loadout.
Okay, well, I am pleasantly surprised. I thought with the name that could come up with, thinking this is going to be some modern sort of gamer tag, I thought, oh no, what are we going to get? But that impression, there was a couple of minor things, but overall, it was a really good impression. There's a picture of him standing up, just so we can have another quick look. Oh, brilliant. You know when you look for something, you can never find the damn thing. No. No, sorry guys, we're not going to be able to find him.
And elbow pads.
I mean, the uniform needs CC2s. That is the big thing. It needs CC2 treatment. The leg straps, sorry, cot straps. Don't get me saying Mark 1 paratrooper leg strap for the M3 knife. No, it's just a cot strap. You need a couple of cot straps for those to replace whatever those are.
So because early on
Use
in
the
the war, they
carbine.
found out that
Grab a Garand. Felt pads, great. Suspenders, great. It's all adjusted well. It's, you know, the D-rings are not up on his shoulders, and yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's a swivel bell helmet, but I can't really tell. I mean, that looks plastic. Yeah, that looks plastic. So, but you know, no, it's a good impression. It's a fantastic starting block. Just do those minor little things, and you're on the way to having a real tip-top impression. No, fair play to him. I'm impressed. Right, I might even squeeze another video in them. Wow, we're flying through them now. Okay, I'm back shortly.